All right, welcome back to the channel again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for coming over. Got this video here that says, Black Rob's last warning about Diddy will give you chills. If you guys don't know who Black Rob is, he's a guy that sing, I know he has a couple of songs, a couple of hits. The one everybody should know is that, Whoa. I was just listening to that the other day at the gym, man. But rest in peace to this brother. I'm just trying to go back and listen to what other people had to say, because we all know that this whole case wasn't what we thought it was going to be. But it was a lot of rumors that were supposed to come out that never did. So everything, at this point is just alleged that happened. But they all know what the truth is. Question is, will we ever know? Probably not. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
So man, what's going on? I don't know what the pain is. The pain is crazy, man. It's helping me out though, man. It's making me realize I got a lot to go, man.
Confirming that former Bad Boy artist Black Rob lost his battle with kidney disease and other health issues in Atlanta, just as many were realizing for the first time how gravely ill he really was.
Diddy, Bad Boy's frontman, has finally made a statement on Black Rob's death and has shared a picture of him with Rob, as well as a short little paragraph on his Instagram.
When he was with Bad Boy, you got to realize he came in with Black Rob. He was supposed to be Black Rob's artist. But Black Rob didn't have no paperwork on him.
Back in April 2021, a video started circulating online that stopped a lot of people in their tracks. It showed rapper Black Rob in a hospital bed, visibly thin, clearly in pain, and struggling to even speak. He talked about his health issues, his homelessness, and his frustration, not just with what was happening to him, but with how he'd been left behind. This was the same Black Rob.
It's always crazy to me when an artist, have like a hit or two and like they're always on the radio and just you hear their music everywhere, and then you hear like they're homeless. It's a dirty game, man. Now, of course, a lot of the stuff that happens to them is their own fault because they choose to make wrong decisions and stuff like that. But I'm talking about the ones that literally have no clue that they're being tricked and scammed by record labels and producers and all that type of stuff, man, that do them dirty. It's like, damn, because you would think with all the money that a lot of these people have, like producers and labels, if you ever seen like an artist just go down a dark path and end up homeless or whatever, that you would try to do everything in your power to help them. Not saying they didn't, but homeless is like, it's like, come on, man.
Who gave us Whoa, a platinum-selling hit, a street classic, and one of the last big anthems from the band. But Black Rob wasn't some one-hit wonder. He was part of a major movement in late 90s and early 2000s hip-hop when Bad Boy was still riding high off the legacy of Biggie. So when fans saw that video of Black Rob dying with no money, no support, and no safety net, everyone was asking the same questions. Where was Diddy? And in the weeks leading up to Black Rob's death, there were more videos, each one harder to watch than the last. Rob spoke openly about his struggles, the multiple strokes he suffered, homelessness, the pain he was in. And then Diddy finally decided to call Black Rob while he was in the hospital. But less than 24 hours later, Black Rob was dead.
Damn.
So what did Diddy tell Rob in that final call? Did he finally offer to help, or did he call to mock him and rub salt in his wounds? And why did someone like Black Rob, who helped build a billion-dollar brand, die broke and forgotten? Let's break this down.
4 strokes. I don't know what to tell you, man. This shit is crazy. This shit is hard, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no house to live in.
To understand why Black Rob's final moments hit so hard, we need to rewind to the late 1990s. Black Rob, born Robert Ross in 1968 in Harlem, wasn't just another rapper trying to get noticed. He had a raw, authentic street style that fit perfectly with the sound of New York at the time. When Rob signed to Bad Boy Records around 1998, the label was still riding high on Biggie's legacy. Diddy was busy building an empire with artists like Mace, Faith Evans, and 112 on the roster. And while Black Rob wasn't the flashiest name, his deep voice and raw storytelling gave him a unique spot.
Yeah, I spit it out for Puff. I had my tape. You know, just when cassettes was out, man. So all y'all dudes, man, don't understand how far I'm going back. I'm going back to Maxell, TDK. Started rapping, you know, and he was like, yo, that's hot. Puff was like, yo, listen, man, holler at you, go in the lounge for a little while, come see me. So about 10, 20 minutes later, he came back out like, yo, I'm gonna fuck with you. So from there, man, it was like history after that, man. You know, a couple months later, you know, I got a big check. And I was just in Harlem, man, flossing, man.
Rob's debut album, Life Story, was a critical moment. It went platinum largely because of the massive hit single, Whoa, produced by...
Did you hear him, though? He said he got a big check and he was in Harlem flossing. Hey, that's how people get robbed and taken out. You know, because you think somebody is your homeboy. You think they are until they see that money you got. You know, and if you're not willing to break them off and give them a piece of that pie, they want to take the whole thing. They don't care, man. The love of money is the root of all evil. People be like literally trying to take. So when I just heard him say that, I'm like, damn, man, I wonder how many times people tried to rob him. Said he got that big check and he was in Harlem flossing. Flossing is like, that's a big no-no when you got money, man. Big no-no.
Buck Wild of DITC. The track was an instant street anthem. The way Black Rob delivered the word whoa made it stick in people's heads. And the song wasn't just popular on the radio, it was everywhere. Clubs, block parties, mixtapes. But here's where things start to get complicated. Black Rob never became the commercial superstar that Diddy's other artists became. He wasn't groomed for crossover appeal or pop radio. His style stayed rooted in street rap, which made him less profitable in the long run, at least by major label standards. Still, Black Rob was a vital part of the Bad Boy brand. He represented the New York street energy, and for fans who wanted real hip-hop, Black Rob was the closest thing Bad Boy had to that raw authenticity. Unfortunately, his career was interrupted in 2004 when he was sentenced to 4 years in prison for grand larceny. And that kind of time out of the spotlight, especially in the early 2000s, when the hip-hop scene was changing fast, was devastating. And by the time Rob got out, the music industry had moved on. Bad Boy was no longer the powerhouse it had been, and Rob's momentum was gone. But there was something else going on behind the scenes. While Rob was behind bars, Diddy took the chance to freeze him out. He wiped Rob's name off of the Bad Boy website and didn't lift a finger to help with his legal mess.
As far as, you know, all the other people up at Bad Boy, nobody reached out to me one time. I don't even care. Because all it takes is a press of the button, Department of Corrections, you know my name, you know my birthday. I used to work here. When I heard that, you know, this nigga went and seen this nigga Wayne in jail, you ain't come see BR? Like all the years we spent together, like that shit didn't mean nothing to you, dog? Like, you actually think I'm not your man? So that right there told me like, yo, that nigga was never my man, ever. You got like 50 employees, man. You ain't even have to write the letter.
On top of that, the label made it extremely hard for Rob to create music. And according to him, the higher-ups flat out disrespected his creative vision.
I hear these dudes is trash, my man. They crazy trash. Like, it's no creativity, no authenticity. It's no, you don't even have style, swag, nothing. But you're able to spit a couple of words, and the people that you got behind you is able to push that, and it's a big record. You know what I'm saying? See, back then, you had to really be a spitter. Come out with some creativity. Up north, I only listen to like 2 or 3 niggas. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Kiss. You know what I'm saying? Fifth. You know what I'm saying? And probably Banks. Ooh, look who I was hanging with. You know what I'm saying? Big. You know what I'm saying? Locks. Mace. Everybody on that label was gold and platinum. And Puff was looking for something else. You feel me? But, you know, it wasn't never a situation where, yo, Puff, let me know, BR, you got something for us? You know? So I was like, yo, I mean, I got something for you.
And when Rob realized Diddy was ignoring him, he took control over his career. And in 2005, he hired Jamal Mosley from Off the Block Entertainment as his manager. And by 2010, around the time he got out of jail, Rob cut ties with Bad Boy and signed with indie label Duck Down Records. And for a moment, things were looking up. Rob's 2011 album, Game Tested, Streets Approved, hit number 44 on the Billboard Top R&B Hip Hop Albums chart. And Rob went all in, launching his own independent label, Boxin' One, with Jamal. Unfortunately, Rob's success as an independent artist was short-lived. His label flopped, and he had no stable source of income. And as a last-ditch effort, Rob jumped into reality TV in 2013 with Comeback Kings.
First of all, Black Rob, you had a long journey and you still pushing. You a true comeback king. What does this mean to you? How does it feel? And what can we expect on the show, man?
Oh man, you could expect, man, some crazy from me. You know what I'm saying? The bottom line, man, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, man. I got some good co-stars of this here, man.
Meanwhile, Rob continued making music, and in 2015, he dropped his fourth album, Genuine Articles, but the project was a flop. At that point, Rob's music career had already fizzled out, and he was forced into early retirement. On top of that, Rob was dealing with serious health issues. He suffered 4 strokes, kidney failure, and needed to be on dialysis.
Like, this is real serious. I had a stroke.
You had a stroke?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had a stroke. And but I got over that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got over that. I can show you how to get over that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm over that. You know what I'm saying? And
to make matters worse, Rob lost his health insurance, leaving him drowning in hundreds of thousands of dollars in hospital bills. See, Rob had coverage as a Bad Boy employee, but while Diddy was busy cutting him loose, he also took his health insurance.
The kidney shit, you know what I'm saying? And up there, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was asking me that I have insurance and all this. Yeah, I had insurance. When I was employed at Bad Boy Records, I had insurance. Oh, well, you need to call them and see what's up with that. So I called them. My lawyer calls them, and they talking about, oh, now we took them off of that. Y'all took me off of that, so I'm supposed to get these meds and shit, man.
But that's not all Diddy did. He also pulled Rob's albums off the shelves, cutting off his only real income.
You took me off the medication shit. You took me off the insurance, okay? Now you take.
Why though? I mean, that's the least you could do, because that Whoa song and that we ain't go, was it Bad Boy for Life or All About the Benjamin? I can't remember, but it's like, come on, man. Like, it's like, do you not think people are going to see this? Or he wasn't going to talk about this?
Off the website, you don't come see me, you don't write me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't need no money, because like I said, I always get money. You know what I'm saying? Like, my records sell, they sold, so I'm always gonna have some type of money coming in my account or whatever. It was like they said, you feel me? That's funny, right? Puff wasn't the one doing the records with me. You know what I'm saying? He was just the last word. Good record. I like that. I want to get on that. It's a good record. No, he's not in the studio 20 hours, 15 hours with me. Never. There wasn't no love over there, man. There wasn't no love. Like, dudes was just using, like, trying to use me.
I never knew this.
Yo, why my shit ain't selling? Like, why I can't get it on Music by Mail? Why I can't get it here? Like, why I can't buy a cassette of this shit? You feel me? It's because motherfuckers took that shit off the shelf. They used the Black Rob report, you know what I'm saying, as a springboard for the Biggie duet album. Puff wasn't doing nothing. He didn't have no records out. It was dry.
Eventually, everything caught up to Black Rob.
So there's a part of this video where Black Rob is talking, but they're playing like his music in the background. I don't know if the video gonna get copyrighted or not, but basically he was saying that, like, during this time, Diddy wasn't like in the studio with him when he was in there 20 hours, 15 hours. Diddy just pretty much had the last word. So it's like, for Diddy to take his name, it's like, the whole, like, the royalties, you take his name off of it. That's why I said a lot of these artists, man, I know they be, thinking that they need these big labels to make it. Well, I mean, I guess maybe back then you did, because technology is different now, man. But, like, I just feel like a lot of artists that are still going and thriving is because they're playing the game. You know what I mean? They're playing the game. They're doing everything they're told to do to stay relevant. But like if you're sick, if you become sick, man, you would at least think that they would take care of you. Just another shady side of it, man. Just in case I had to trim that part out.
By 2021, it came out that he was homeless. DJ Self shared a photo showing Rob in a hospital bed, barely recognizable, a shadow of his former self. He was paying tribute to the late DMX, but the pain in his voice said everything.
Pain is crazy, man. It's helping me out though, man. It's making me realize I got a lot to go, man. A lot to go on, man. Oh, man.
How you feel about X?
I feel everything about X, man. X was love, man. Positive. X is big love to X, man. It's all, man.
And sadly, just 8 days after DMX died, Black Rob also left us. He died in an Atlanta hospital after suffering a cardiac arrest. He was just 52 years old. Now, as for Diddy's reaction, he jumped on IG to pay tribute to Rob and wrote, "Rest in power, King. As I listen to your records today, there's one thing that they all have in common. You have made millions of people all over the world feel good and dance. You are one of a kind. God bless. Love. You will be..."
So it's like you see this as being written, but like this man was homeless. Now maybe, there's nothing you can do about him being sick or nothing like that, but like to be homeless, man, it's like, come on, man. And then it's like, where is everybody else at? And that's what I'm talking about, playing the game. Because why wasn't it other artists that were close to the Black Rob? Why didn't they say anything? Why didn't they help?
Truly missed. But fans weren't buying it, and they slammed Diddy for waiting until Rob was dead to give him his flowers. But there's something else. Apparently, just 24 hours after Rob went into cardiac arrest, Diddy called him on the phone. And while it's not clear exactly what he told him, hospital sources said Rob looked devastated after that phone call, and it seemed like he had given up. Now, I'm not saying Diddy directly ended Black Rob's life, but he was in a position to change how things ended, and he didn't. Not when it mattered, not when it could have actually helped. And it's a pattern we've seen before with bad boy artists who helped build Diddy's empire only to be left behind. G-Dep, Craig Mack, Shine, Loon, and now Black Rob.
Damn,
so
man.
At what point do we stop calling it a coincidence and start calling it what it is? But let's hear your thoughts on Black Rob's tragic life story.
I told you, man, it'd be a lot of shadiness. Like, for all those people out there who want to be an artist, just know you can do it by yourself. You can. Things get a little wicked and weird, man. That's why, like, on this channel, you guys see me, like, I don't have no sponsors, no nothing like that. Have they reached out? Oh, yes. But I don't have, I refuse to. I refuse to, because once you do that and you start going to these events and all this other stuff, things become fake. You end up getting people around in your life that shouldn't be, that don't have your best interest at heart. They want to work you, just have you do all types of stuff. And oh no, I'm good. But that's like, again, why you guys never see me like with any sponsorships, man. But they reach out I get so many emails. I wasn't finna hire nobody to be like a manager. I edit my own videos. I just do everything by myself, and will continue to. But it's a dirty game out there, man. Once you start to let people in, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, man. But because I don't want to be like in that world, You know, I only done a couple of interviews, but I don't really plan on doing any more. I only collab, I think, a couple of times. Don't plan on doing any more collabs. It's just, I'm just trying to keep my sanity and keep my peace, you know. I don't want any ties to anybody that could be potentially bad for me. Yeah. So again, man, when people are in position to help, especially is when it's dealing with people who have made you money and stuff like that, like, I don't know, man. It just seemed, or not seem, it's just so shady, man. Just dirty, shady work, man. Damn, that's crazy. I literally was just listening to the song the other day. But hey, like, share, comment below, man. Want to hear your thoughts. All right, peace out.